They said Amara could live in 3 bodies. They said her laughter echoed through her mother's heart and her sister's dreams. In the land of Mri, where spirits walk among mortals, her name was spoken with both fear and wonder. Some nicknamed her the butterfly girl, one who sleep and wake up with balls of butterflies surrounding her. Some called her a blessing, others a curse wrapped in beauty. But no one truly knew the secret that bound her soul to 2 others until the day the river called her home. And that is where her story begins. Once upon a time, in the ancient and wealthy kingdom of Nuri, there lived a beautiful girl named Amara. She was only 7 years old, but there was something very strange about her. People said Amara could live in 3 bodies at once. They whispered that her spirit moved between her own body, her mother's body, and her elder sister's body, as if she was 3 people sharing one soul. Her family didn't believe it at first, but soon, strange things began to happen around their house. Amara's father was one of the richest traders in Muri. Their compound was filled with servants, golden calabashes, and long rows of goats tied under the palm trees. Her mother, Ngozi, was a quiet woman who loved her family dearly, and her elder sister, Uluako, was kind and graceful. But as Amara grew older, she became different. When she was angry, her mother and sister would suddenly behave like her, speaking her words, repeating her thoughts, even walking the same way she did. Sometimes she would fall asleep and wake up to find her sister sitting still in the courtyard, her eyes empty. Her mother would be stirring soup but not breathing like a normal person. It was as if Amara's spirit had entered them both. Villagers started avoiding the family, whispering that the gods had tied Amara to a forbidden spirit world, but her father ignored them, believing his daughter was just special. As the years passed, the connection grew stronger. When Amara laughed, her mother laughed the same way. When she cried, her sister felt her pain. Sometimes, Amara would see her mother's dreams inside her own head, or taste food she had not eaten but her sister had cooked. It frightened her. One night, she sat by the moonlight and prayed softly. Spirits of Nri, why am I not whole? Why do I feel 3 hearts beating inside me? But no spirit answered. The old women of the kingdom noticed these signs and warned her mother. Ngozi once said, "Your daughter is touched by the spirit of the river. Keep her away from strangers who sell food in the market, especially those who sell bananas, for the queen of the coast walks among us in disguise." Ngozi laughed gently, thinking it was just gossip. She believed no spirit could harm her family as long as they prayed. But indeed, the queen of the coast had entered the Nri kingdom. She was not a woman of flesh, though she looked like one. She appeared as a beautiful banana seller, with golden bangles that shone like sunlight on water. She stood by the road leading to the palace, smiling kindly to passers-by. Her fruits glowed softly in the sun, the sweetest bananas anyone had ever tasted. Yet, hidden behind her beauty was a curse. Whoever ate her fruits after being touched by the spirit of reincarnation would be reclaimed by the sea.
A grand feast was held in Ri to celebrate the king's harvest. Amara and her family attended, wearing their best clothes. Drums rolled, dancers moved in circles, and the moon rose high over the palace. Amara's mother and sister danced until they were tired, but when it was time to go home, they searched everywhere for Amara and couldn't find her. They noticed Amara had gone home before them. On their way home, they saw the banana seller by the road. The fruits glistened under her oil lamp, fresh and ripe. The queen smiled and said softly, "Sweet mothers of Enri, taste from the blessings of nature, one for you, one for your child." Ngozi hesitated for a moment but remembered her husband loved bananas. She bought 2 bunches and shared them with Loako as they walked home. The fruits were soft and sweet, but after eating their throats felt cold as though they had swallowed river water. They didn't know that the moment they bit into the queen's fruit, something began to stir in the unseen world. At home, Amara was asleep when her body started shaking. Her eyes rolled back and her voice came out deep and strange. "The tide has found me," she whispered. Her mother walked home immediately and found her scared and shaking. She rushed to her side, frightened. "Amara, my child, what is it?" But the girl could no longer hear her. Her spirit was being pulled in 3 directions at once, one toward her mother's heart, one toward her sister's soul, and one toward the deep sea beyond the mortal world. For 7 nights, Amara lay sick. Sometimes she was awake, speaking in voices that were not her own. Sometimes she was silent, floating between life and death. The villagers came to pray, bringing herbs and other patent medicine, but nothing worked. One afternoon, her father called the oldest priestess in the kingdom, Mama Ekioma, who had once spoken with spirits. The old woman looked at Amara and shook her head slowly. "She is a child of 3, she said. "One soul living in 3 bodies. The queen of the coast has called for what belongs to her. If you have already eaten from her hands," she said, "then the sea cannot be stopped. Her spirit will return to where it was formed." Amara's mother remembered the banana she bought from a stranger that night, so she asked the priestess, "Was she the one?" Mama Ekioma replied, "Yes, you ate from her hands." Her words sent fear through the family. Oluwako began to cry. "Sister, don't leave me," she whispered, holding Amara's hand. "We can share one soul forever if that's what it takes." One night, rain began to fall, though no clouds were seen. The air smelled of salt. The river near the Enri forest began to rise, as if it were alive. Amara stood at the doorway, her feet bare, her eyes glowing faintly blue. "I hear their drums," she whispered. Her mother screamed and tried to pull her back, but her hands passed through Amara's arm as if she was made of smoke. The girl turned once and smiled sadly. "Tell Papa not to mourn me. Tell him I was never truly his." With that, Amara walked into the rain. Her steps made no sound. As she reached the edge of the river, a soft voice sang from the mist, the queen of the coast, calling her child home. The water parted slightly, shining like glass, and Amara stepped into it. Her body disappeared beneath the silver ripples. At that moment, the rain stopped and the night became silent. For months, her family mourned. Her father built a small shrine near the riverbank where they lit candles for her spirit. Her mother no longer spoke much. Oluwaku sat by the river each day, hoping to see her sister again. But Amara never returned. Only the sound of soft waves answered them. Many moons later, something strange happened. Ngozi fell sick and was taken to the same priestess. When the old woman touched her belly, she smiled faintly and said, "You will live, but what you carry is the gift of the spirit world." Months passed, and Ngozi gave birth to 2 twin boys. They had bright eyes and calm faces, and when they cried, it sounded like 3 voices singing together. The villagers whispered that Amara's spirit had finally divided and found peace in 2 new bodies. But others said that the twins were only her echo, not her return. Still, her family took comfort in them. Life continued in Ri, and the memory of Amara slowly turned into a story parents told their children at night. They said she was the girl who tried to live in 3 bodies, the girl who disobeyed the order of the spirit world, and the girl who finally vanished into the sea. And sometimes, when the moon was full and the river was quiet, those who passed by the shrine near the water said they heard a soft voice whisper, "I am whole now." If you are watching, what do you think? Do you believe the spirit world truly takes back what belongs to it? Or do you think Amara's soul still walks among us, watching from the river mist? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And remember, in every story, there is a hidden truth waiting to be found.